everybody, Erica Serwin here, and I have a really fun project for you today. Look, it's a triangle box. Now this box could serve lots of different purposes. You could give it as a gift for somebody who's having a birthday, maybe somebody in the office, fill it with some candy and it makes a nice treat. It could also be a party favor. You could put, instead of happy birthday, you could put thank you. Now it also sits flat, so wouldn't that make a great place setting for a birthday party? Instead of happy birthday, you could have their name. Lots of different ideas for this box. And no tools except your scoreboard are needed to make this box. I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to point out that the product that I'm using, the super cute cupcake, is called Sweet Cupcake, and it's 3-step stamping, which makes your stamp have a lot of dimension and look almost like it's real. And I'm also using the coordinating framelits that go with this. These are retiring at the end of May 2018, and I highly recommend you snatch them up before they're gone. The stamp set is guaranteed through May 25th, but these framelits are only while supplies last, and they're great. Look, you've got a word that says wish and a word that says sweet. I love framelits that cut words. It makes it really quick. And this banner right here is one of my favorites because it folds and it makes the little ends go out behind it. So it's a really good one. All right, well, let's get started making our box first. I'm also using Flirty Flamingo, which is a retiring in color. However, it's coming back in our color revamp, so it's not really retiring at all. We'll have access to it forever now. All right, so let's look at our Simply Scored. Ignore my little markers. This piece is a Flirty Flamingo 7.5 by 6.5. On the long side, we're gonna score it at 1.5 on both ends. 1.5 and 1.5. Now on the short side, we're gonna do 2, 4, 6. Now I'm gonna link you back on this video to my Facebook Friday post that I did on May 4th. This is one of our projects that we made, and there is a PDF there that you can actually download, and it has the measurements and the products used and everything that you'll need. So don't worry about frantically writing this down. All right, so I've burnished all my score lines. Now we're gonna come in and we're gonna cut these score lines here. But we're gonna also have to cut these tabs at a pretty severe angle so that it matches our triangle shape. So cut this one off. Now go back. Usually I say cut the corner like this, but today we're gonna almost go into the middle part. All right, from there to the score line. So we're making these triangles so they will match the shape of our box. Now this box is really fun to do and a fun way to wrap things. I'm actually giving my mom something for Mother's Day that is gonna be in this shaped box. I can't say it because I don't want her to watch the video. Well, I don't know if she'll watch the video, but anyways, something long and skinny. And you can change the length of this just by making your paper longer and your 1.5 inch down on the end, as long as you make the middle part. All right, so let's cut off these. I really like the idea of using this as a party favor, but sitting on the table, like where they would sit down maybe. I think that's a really neat idea. All right, I think that one, let's make it just a little more skinny. You'll see in a second why that's important. All right, now I'm gonna take my fast fuse and put it on that long tab, and I'm going to fold over, if I can not fumble around too much, fold it over to the opposite side and push it in. There we go, there's our triangle. Now we're gonna fold these in, and we want to make sure that they're not too big. If they're too big, you can just take your scissors and just kind of trim that off. So I'm gonna take some fast fuse and seal it up. If I was doing this for a party favor, I would just put candy in here. Who doesn't like a box of candy? Pretty much everybody. And I'm gonna seal both ends. Now here's one instance. You can see that was a little bit off with my trimming. So I'm just gonna take my scissors and trim it. No one will know, right? All right, Tutti Frutti DSP from the Occasions catalog. One of the best papers we've ever had. Now this paper comes in 6 inch by 6 inch pieces. And if you look, this is a 2 by 6. It doesn't fit all the way around, but we're not gonna worry because we're gonna cover that up with our tag. So let's put some adhesive just straight down the middle and on both ends. Let me decide what I want to be my front. Which side looks better? I think I'm going to go with this side. And I'm going to set this down, let's see, right about there in the middle. And I'm going to fold this piece over. I'm going to take this one and wrap it. So as you can see, it doesn't meet, but it doesn't matter because we're going to take this and we're going to cover that up so you can't even see it. All right, so now let's move that out of the way and let's stamp our cupcake. I am using Flirty Flamingo. And I'm actually going to need a scrap piece of paper. I'm going to use an old grid sheet here to stamp off. When you stamp off, you're actually creating a lighter version of that color. And I'm going to start with the most solid stamp, okay? I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp off. Now I'm going to come over here and stamp it on my paper. And you can see it's a lighter version of the Flirty Flamingo. Now here's the second stamp, and you can see it's a little more filled in. And I'm going to stamp off on that one and stamp right on top. Now the last one I want to be pretty dark, so I'm not going to stamp off. These are those last swirls that go on the top. And there you have it. Delicious. All right, now we're going to do the same thing with the cupcake paper that holds our cupcake. And I'm going to start with the most solid in Daffodil Delight. Stamp off and stamp right there. And this second one, which is a little less filled in, stamp off and stamp on. Now you can try different colors, combinations. If you look around on Pinterest, oops, this is the last one I don't want to stamp off. There are lots of references there for you to see color combinations that you can create with these stamps. It's really fun to explore. I just decided to stick with the two colors and use different layers of them, which creates the darker color. All right, let's put it on our Big Shot with our magnetic platform. And we're gonna pull those. You know what? I actually forgot to stamp the candle. If we do that right now, we won't have to come back. With that Big Shot, we can do it all in one swoop. Now the candle has 2 stamps plus the flame, but I'm just gonna do one because I wanted my candle to be black and white. If you wanted it to be 2 colors, then you would use the other stamp with your second color. All right, right there. Magnetic platform will help you hold on to it. And sometimes we have to move our paper around to find where our magnet wants to hold that. And the candle, let's see, this one I'm worried is going to jump around a little bit. Yep, okay, let's see if we move that paper. There we go, that's much better. It's kind of standing on its side. Those magnets in there kind of work against each other sometimes with these smaller framelits. So you have to move your paper around to where you can find a happy magnet sometimes. And sometimes it's just perfect. I don't know. I don't know why. Some days it wants to push away and sometimes it wants to hold on. All right, so let's put this all together on our, this is a stitched square frame, stitched square that I cut with the stitched shape framelits, some of my most favorite products in the catalog. And then I'm gonna take my little candle with a glue dot, put it right there in the middle. And we need to stamp our sentiment. And I'm doing this very unofficial. I'm just gonna cut it to the height and the width of the words. So just stamp it there and then take your scissors, or if you wanna use your paper trimmer to make sure it's exact, you can. But I just cut it along that side and then along that side. Let's cut it a little bit more. And there you go. You can see it's the width and the height of the sentiment. I'm going to just use a couple of glue dots and put it right there in the middle. Actually, I want to cover that candle a little bit. There we go. And last but not least, a bow. Flirty Flamingo striped ribbon. It's also retiring Very sad because I really like this striped ribbon. It is fun. It's easy to tie. All right. And we'll stick that on with a glue dot right there. All right, the last thing we need to do is just put that right there on our box. Of course with dimensionals. And just match that bottom, and there we have it. All right, so I have 2. How many do I need to make for the party? I don't know. I've got to count. Not too hard, right guys? All right, I hope you enjoyed this project. Let me know if you have questions. Check out my blog for the product sheet. I will link it here on YouTube so you can find it easily. Thanks so much, you guys. I hope you try this triangle box. Have a great day. Bye-bye.